Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Monday, July 15th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. Oval Office address, Trump in Milwaukee, Secret Service sweep, and Hero Dad. It's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. First, Joe Biden addressing the nation from the Oval Office last night. His most recent Oval Office address was on October 20th following the Hamas terrorist attacks. He cited things that are referred to as right-wing violence in this nation, even though an illegal alien weirdo from Berkeley attacking Nancy Pelosi's husband isn't exactly a right-wing stereotype. The Biden campaign has decided to pause all outbound communications, stop all television campaigns, and refrain from issuing any comments on social media or in public. We'll see how they handle countering the Republican convention. Speaking of the convention, Trump planned to be in Milwaukee last night, and he arrived. He said on Truth Social, based on yesterday's terrible events, I was going to delay my trip to Wisconsin by 2 days, but have just decided that I cannot allow a shooter or potential assassin to force change to scheduling or anything else. Therefore, I will be leaving for Milwaukee as scheduled. The U.S. Secret Service apparently did not sweep the building that the would-be assassin shot from. Instead, they relied on local law enforcement to conduct security at that location. The Associated Press is reporting that a local police officer climbed up on the roof where the would-be assassin was stationed, and the assassin turned his gun on the police officer, and the police officer retreated. That's according to the Associated Press. The man who was killed by that assassin was Corey Comparatore, a former firefighter who dove on his family to protect them as the shots were fired. His daughter wrote this on Facebook: "What was supposed to be an exciting day that we all looked forward to, especially my dad, turned into the most traumatizing experiences someone could imagine. I want everyone to know what the media will not cover and what they will not say about him. He was the best dad a girl could ever ask for. My sister and I never needed anything. They're not going to tell you how quickly he threw my mom and I to the ground. They're not going to tell you that he shielded my body from the bullet that came at us. He loved his family. He truly loved us enough to take a real bullet for us." For all the latest coverage on the assassination attempt and the convention, BillO'Reilly.com. We can't miss a moment. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. The great Bill O'Reilly has your message of the day next.
Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall, but there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Monday, the Republican convention begins this week, and I am very glad I will not be there. I've covered conventions for 25 years. They are boring. I can't tell you how boring they are. Yes, if the corporation is sending you, you get free meals and all that. You get to have a few laughs with your peers. But believe me when I tell you, the propaganda in both parties, almost unbearable. There are a few campaign moments that stand out. Sarah Palin's nomination to be John McCain's vice presidential running mate. That was pretty interesting. The lipstick on the pig was a good speech by Governor Palin. And then there were the Romney people in there who did not know anything. I was just aghast. But by and large, political conventions are for fanatics. It's kind of like Comic-Con, you know? You know anybody who goes to this? You go in and you read comic books to each other, and then there's people in there dressed up like comic figures. And I think that's very similar to the political campaigns. Anyway, I will cover both campaigns from afar. I will tell you what is happening, why it's happening, and who's not telling you the truth. That is what we do here. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Robert, concierge member. Robert gets direct access to me. Bill, looking into the future, I think that our government needs an age limit as to who can serve as president. Should be 35 to 80. I wouldn't oppose that. Youngest 35, oldest 80. Sharon, I've always wondered what's in it for the liberal media that makes them so loyal to the Democrat Party. Can anyone out there explain? Well, I'm here for you, Sharon. Began in the 1950s with the communist blacklist. Senator Joseph McCarthy running around accusing everybody of being a communist, kind of like the Me Too generation now. And then in Hollywood, a lot of the writers and producers and some of actors, they lost their careers. And Hollywood saw that. So they turned against the ultra-conservative McCarthy and the Republican Party. That's where it all began. Tim Ohm, Grover Beach, California. My wife and I find it interesting that President Biden is refusing to step down and making such a big deal out of Trump not giving up power of the 2020 election. It's not exactly the same. The Bidens are in denial about their putting the country in danger. But it's a good point. Betty Snyder, Montgomery, Ohio. What dealings, Bill, did you have with Nikki Haley that made you find her arrogant? I had run into the governor of South Carolina a couple of times. We tried to book her when I was at Fox, when I was here, while I'm here on the No Spin News. Steph's very rude. Steph reflects the person they work for. She knows me. Doesn't give a hoot. Now, you can say I'm taking it personally, but my observation is way beyond just me. I saw how she conducted her campaign. I think she's arrogant. Now, most politicians and media people are arrogant, but I have to tell you my perception. In a moment, something you might not know. Are you feeling the impact of recent timeshare industry changes? Now more than ever, the costs of timeshare ownership far outweigh the benefits. My friends at Lone Star Transfer are the only company I trust to help you get out. Our listeners' positive feedback demonstrates why I've supported the company for years. For more than a decade, they have helped over 20,000 owners get out of the timeshare. Their exclusive options can help you get out faster and easier, more than any other option in the country. They are the only company that will give you a written guarantee and release you from your timeshare in a specific time frame. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau, and thousands of 5-star reviews, customer service is their top priority. For free consultation and a guaranteed solution, please call 855-551-7066. That's 855-551-7066, or go to LoneStarTransfer.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Vacation season officially underway this summer. Millions of Americans will enjoy time spent outdoors, many of them camping. Here are a few facts for those who want to do that. The American tradition goes back to the Western frontier. Famous pioneers like Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett became national celebrities running around the woods. The first contemporary tent was invented by the Civil War general Henry Sibley, fighting for the South. The man modeled the structure after Native American teepees, but swapped the buffalo hides for canvas. Today, 42 million Americans, about 15% of the population, go camping every year. Most travel less than 2 hours from their homes. The most popular destinations for camping are the parks: Yosemite, Big Sur, Yellowstone, the Great Smoky Mountains, and the Grand Canyon. While many travel for the natural beauty, another advantage is the low cost. The average campsite in the USA will set you back about $15 a night. Between the price of groceries, sleeping bag, flashlights, and bug spray, a few days in the woods could be less than $100 if you avoid the booze. And here's something else you might not know. Though popular, camping can also be dangerous. 300 Americans die in the woods each year. The most common cause of death there are hypothermia. People get lost. They freeze to death. And if you're near a lake, you can drown. Contrary to popular belief, getting killed by wildlife is one of the rarest ways to die, though it does happen. 2023, 8 people were killed in the USA from animal attacks while camping. Another 15,000 sought medical attention from being bitten by something. The most dangerous predators for those sleeping outside are not wolves or bears. It's snakes and spiders. The United States is home to 30 deadly species of serpents. So if you plan on camping out this summer, remember to check that sleeping bag for any uninvited guests. Back after this. If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.